We begin with breaking news. The U.S. ambassador to the Republic of Korea, Mark Lippert, has been injured by an armed attacker. This happened just a short time ago as the ambassador was giving a lecture. He was taken to a hospital for treatment. South Korean news reports say his injuries do not appear to be life-threatening. A man only identified by the name Kim was arrested. We'll keep you up to date on this story as it develops. It was him. 3 surprising words uttered by the attorney representing the Boston Marathon bombing suspect. The defense lawyer admitted her client, Dzhokar Tsarnaev, was involved in the terrorist attack in 2013, but she attempted to shift the blame to his older brother. CCTV's Nick Harper reports from Boston.
On day 1 of the trial, a stunning admission. Dzhokar Tsarnaev's defense attorney immediately conceding that he did participate in the bombings, saying, quote, "It was him." Lawyer Judy Clark admitted she could not sidestep her client's actions, saying, quote, "The crimes were inexcusable, that they were senseless, horribly misguided acts carried out by 2 brothers. The bombing of the Boston Marathon in April 2013 killed 3 people and injured 260 others. It was the worst terrorist incident on US soil since the September the 11th attacks of 2001. But Tsarnaev's defense shifted the blame to his older brother, Tamerlan, who died in a police shootout in the days after the bombings. The attorney said Dzhokar was a follower, not a leader, and that he'd been influenced by Tamerlan. But the prosecution argued the defendant was both culpable and capable of the bombings, that he wanted to kill and maim as many people as possible. On several occasions, the prosecution returned to this idea of double identity, saying Tsarnaev had a side to him that he kept hidden, even from his closest friends. Prosecution lawyer William Weinreb arguing this double personality was most evident on the day of the marathon, when Tsarnaev pretended to be a spectator, but he had murder in his heart. Liz Norden's sons were watching the marathon. Both of them lost their right leg.
I want the death penalty. That would be justice for me. For my boys, for myself, for how I feel, what happened to my boys. That would be justice.
With the admission that Tsarnaev was involved, the trial is perhaps now less about his guilt and more about whether he can escape the death penalty. And that seems to be the defense strategy, to paint a picture of a young man led astray by his older brother, to mitigate the prosecution's portrayal of a cold-blooded killer, and in doing so, to try and spare Tsarnaev execution. Nick Harper, CCTV, Boston.